Hey everyone, I'm Kim with Abundant Life Tarot. I'm back. I needed to do a quick intro for this part because the reading for Monisha Sharae Leath went long, right? And so I just wrapped the third part of her reading. And I wanted to just let you know that you definitely, if you didn't get a chance to watch the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle reading, which was also ahead of the first part of her Tarot and Oracle reading, please check it out. This part is going to discuss who may have had a hand in her disappearance, who may be responsible, and we look at the energies of what's next in the investigation. So stay tuned. This is a deep dive into the days and months leading up to her disappearance. So let's get to the question of who's responsible, Spirit, for Monisha's disappearance, or who had a hand in Monisha's disappearance? Who had a hand in her disappearance? We got the Queen of Pentacles. Who had a hand? We got the Six of Cups in reverse. The Sun card. Four of Cups. All right. So I will say this. I feel in my being that it is someone that she knows. And I'm sure law enforcement is feeling the same. Okay. And the reason I'm saying that is because we've got the Four of Cups and the Six of Cups in this question, in this reading. And that deals with an emotional connection, okay? This is someone that she had an emotional connection with. There are cards in here that would be a symbol of, a stranger, okay? But in this case, no, this is someone that she knew, someone that she felt very optimistic about in the sun time. So the sun represents the time period of July 21st to August 20th. So this is speaking to a time like she was being optimistic. She was really, this is her. I feel like this is her, the Queen of Pentacles. She was feeling like, okay, this is a step towards security, stability. This makes sense. I'm going to do this. But quickly thereafter, there was something that may have even happened days within, I think I want to say maybe she got married during the sun period. Within days, things started to quickly cause her to feel disillusioned, disenchanted with the union, disenchanted with the relationship, the connection with that Four of Cups, okay? That's what I'm picking up on here. And the Six of Cups, when it's upright, this is a card of love, loving connection, of just a mutual love and respect for one another, feeling very soul to soul connected when you see the Six of Cups, right? You see it often in like when you see the Six of Cups, even with this child, you see that represented with the parent and child soul-to-soul connection, soulmates, best friends. But when it's in reverse, that means that the love is gone, the love is lost. It's just not there. It's out the window. It's not it's not being reciprocated. It's not feeling like a safe and nurturing and loving place like she had hoped for. She had big hopes for that. Okay, that's what I'm sensing here. All right. Now I'm going to pull some additional cards to see if we can hone in a little bit more on who is responsible or who had a hand in her disappearance. Is this me? The child I was meant to be. Yeah, this is further confirmation I'm sensing of her being a mother. And this is like a dream, a fallen dream, a dream not realized. She's even asking herself, is this me? I was once an independent person here with this Queen of Pentacles. I was once a strong woman and provider. Is this me? The child I was meant to be. This could be somebody with wounded child energy. This could be also someone who may have been having a difficult time with her children. And this, she's like saying, like, this is something I normally wouldn't even tolerate, yet I'm tolerating it with you. Is this me? Why would I do this? Questioning herself. Okay. Addicted. Like a codependent type of relationship. This was starting to become a codependent relationship. Addicted. This could represent somebody who has an addiction. Okay. It could represent someone who has a drug addiction or addiction to other things, maybe a sex addiction, or, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be a drug addiction or alcohol addiction. It could be something else. It can also be being codependent and addicted to one another. Is this me? Have I turned into someone who is addicted to this person? So I'm feeling very much like she is connected to the person who had a hand in her disappearance. Okay. Now, let's see. Because we're also looking at what's next in the investigation, and also, again, more information on who may be responsible or who had a hand in this. Man, so it's male energy, someone greedy. And I love what this says here. Good enough is never good enough. Who felt like that? Was it the man? Everything I do is just not good enough for you. Everything I do is not good enough. I can hear that refrain over and over in my head. Or it could be her, like everything I do is not good enough. Y'all can't see eye to eye with that Six of Cups energy. What's next in the investigation? And I'll pull a tarot card for that too in just a moment. But uncle, bald, medium colored hair, something about their hair, something about their hair. Anything else, Spirit, about the who? Tall, perhaps with facial hair. Tall, facial hair, a man. It says uncle. Now, this could represent somebody's uncle. It doesn't necessarily, it could mean like this man is somebody's uncle. Or it could mean that this is a close relationship. That's what it also could mean. This is not someone that is a stranger to her. This is somebody who may have even changed their appearance at some point and maybe shaved their facial hair, or shaved their hair, went like going bald. Or this also could represent premature balding, okay? This could represent that. And maybe sometimes they try to hide that. Something about their hair. This says medium hair color, but it doesn't always necessarily speak to someone with medium hair color. It could literally be just a clue that it's something about their facial hair or their hair, a change, trying not to disguise themselves, but to change up their look, and, you know, for fear that someone may have seen them. This is someone who is maybe taller than her, or considered tall by, you know, our standards of who's tall. Okay, I'm going to zoom out Because now I want to ask the question, what's next in the investigation? What is next in this investigation surrounding Monisha's disappearance? Ten of Swords, some disappointing information coming through. Eight of Swords, a lot more anxiety. King of Pentacles. But ultimately, we can trust that law enforcement is going to investigate this situation, but it's not going to come without stress, turmoil, strong feelings of betrayal with this card. Okay, a strong sense of betrayal. Someone who, like, it could also mean that the family might be feeling betrayed by somebody or somebodies, one or two people involved. That twin cards comes to mind with that uncle card. Feeling a strong sense of betrayal, like this information is going to come up. The Eight of Swords is about constant anxiety surrounding it, and it's going to start to perplex law enforcement. Footprints, so that speaks to evidence. That speaks to someone leaving actual evidence. Spying, surveillance. The police have their sights set on one. Con man, okay? They're looking at someone who portrayed themselves as someone who, you know, when you think of a con man, you think of someone who portrays themselves as one way, but they are really another way, right? And who could that be? That's who the officers got their sights set on, all right? Footprints. This person left behind some sort of form of a print. Footprints. Footprints now is not always the physical aspects like an actual footprint or a fingerprint. It could also be footprints on social media. It could be, you know, the different sites that they went to, okay, leading up to the disappearance. Like the clues, like a subpoena would need to be had or issued in order to retrieve digital devices to see what footprints are left there. This is someone who has the propensity to be a serial stalker, someone who maybe even has a past of hurting others on a continual serial basis. Doesn't always mean that she was faced with or confronted by someone who is a serial killer, but it could literally mean someone who has a behavior. This is why the con man is interesting, because it's saying that this person that was in her life is someone who portrayed themselves as one way, like trustworthy, someone who was a rock with this King of Pentacles. But in actuality, not really a rock, actually quite the opposite, quite someone to look out for and be scared by. Footprints. The sister had mentioned in her Facebook post that there were red flags. I'm curious to know, what were some of those red flags? If we, can be privy to that. Maybe something showing up on social media. We have news and media. Okay. Maybe a past history of something that is actually documented somewhere about his past. Okay. That's what I'm picking up on here. I'm going to see if we can get any clues as to where she might be. I'm going to see. Spirit, is there any additional clues to where she might be, or where clues might be, or what direction? Seawall, near a body of water. And I feel like she was moved to a nearby body of water. Where might she be? Storm clouds. Like, this looks like an open field here. An open field that could be near a body of water. submerged. Okay. Any other clues as to where she might be at, or what additional evidence can the cops look at or subpoena or get access to? It already looks like they are doing surveillance, and I sense that over the next several months we're going to get information about who is responsible, but it may take a while to really figure out what truly happened to her or where she's at with this 10 of Swords and 8 of Swords here. It may take a while, but cops have already set their sights on someone I suspect, they didn't say it, they didn't spell it out in their article, but what my intuition is saying is that they have their eyes set on someone. Photos hold clues. Photos on social media, photos inside someone's phone, photos on someone's computer, photos. There's clues. There's clues already there. There could be just a mountain of evidence just right there in the digital devices of searches, like the type of keyword searches that this person looked up. The other person that they may have contacted and implicated in her disappearance, like they needed this other person's help with that twin card. And so there's going to be more coming out in the months ahead. The swords represents the timing of months, okay? So I'm sensing submerge, water. We get that with the seawall. Someone who was supposed to protect her, but instead, could have pushed her over, could have manually, with that hand card, exerted their force and pushed her. And I'll have to look at the maps of that area to see if I can see any images that look similar to here. I see there, it looks like kind of rural, but you can see kind of houses at the edge all the way over here, and you can see trees. So like an open space near water. And I want to know, last question, Spirit, is she close or far away? Like, was she taken across state lines? I don't know if Spirit will be able to tell. The devil is not a good sign either. Is she close, or was she taken far out of town? This person either lured her, convinced her, said they would meet up. Someone lured her, someone who has control over her mind, someone she felt indebted to or bonded to with this devil card. And it's answering specifically just out of town. I don't know if she was taken across state lines, though. I mean, out of town could mean that, but it literally could be she's out of her own hometown. Like it could be the next town over. So, and also I look for clues in sometimes the words here. We've got seawall, submerge, and storm clouds. I'll look for the clues in that as well. All right, you guys, that's where we're gonna stop. That's where we're gonna end this road here for this reading for Monisha. And my heart goes out to her family, those who love her, her friends. I can tell this lady is well loved, well missed, and people are looking for her. Like she's just not somebody who's thrown away or forgotten. This is someone who is dearly loved, and they are really looking for her. So Spirit, we ask that you cloak her family with love, protection as they continue the search and discovery of where Monisha's at and what happened, okay? Spirit, grant this family peace. All right, you all, that's it for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.